Yo, what's up, guys? My DGens, what's happening? I will tell you what's happening, okay? Boom, JASMY moonshotting is happening. Look at that. JASMY is on a tear right now, baby. We 2 cents 229. You'll love to see it. We smashed way above the 30-day SMA. We smashed way above the 100-day SMA. We are heading towards the 200-day SMA. RSI is a little bit oversold. Overbought. I mean 65.60, but that don't mean nothing, guys. As long as Bitcoin keeps tearing, it's going to bring the altcoins up with it. So JASMY is looking fantastic, super fantastic. Do it now. Like, look at this. We are officially breaking out of this falling wedge pattern, guys. 5 months we've been in this pattern. We are breaking out officially. When we broke out here, this was 3 months of accumulation, right? In this descending channel, 500% pump. Is JASMY setting up right now for another 500, possibly a bigger pump than that, because this was 3 months. This is 5 months, right? Is a 500+% pump on JASMY right? Is it happening right now? Is this what we're going to see? Because this is sexy, guys. This is how babies are made, okay? I'm telling you right now. Let's go have a look over at Bitcoin. Hopefully we can get the crypto future live stream pump in effect. I didn't realize I wasn't on the screen there. Here I am. All right, so guys, look at that daily candle close. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Set another new all-time high today. God, wow. Absolutely wonderful, man. Absolutely wonderful. I'm jacked up. I'm excited. Fantastic, guys. Let's go have a look at the crypto bubbles. Sea of Green, JASMY up 19.2%. To the people who complain, JASMY never moves. Yeah, about that. She gone. Look at the market. Ethereum has broken out, 11.6% up, $2,800 on ETH. And across the greater market, guys, check it out. Wagami Games, 29.6% up. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Trios, Velodrome, 24%. Things look absolutely fantastic. Crow is up 16%. Wow. Looks good. Solana up $191 for Solana, guys. SEI up 15.7%. Market looks good, guys. Market is looking good. How's everybody feeling, man? How are you feeling? Tell me you are not feeling bullish right now. Tell me you're not feeling bullish. All right, let's get into some of the news, guys. Right off the hop, let's have a look what's going on around the market. What do we got? CNBC says Bitcoin could reach $100,000 before the presidential inauguration.
To get to every asset class that is rallying hard today, Bitcoin certainly among them. Take a look, almost 75,000, as investors are betting on a friendlier environment for that industry under a second Trump administration. Mackenzie Sigalos is following that story for us. Mackenzie.
Hey, Scott. Bitcoin briefly surging to a new record high as investors bet that Donald Trump will deliver on his pro-crypto promises, especially with a Republican-controlled Senate behind him and after getting more than $25 million from crypto donors. Now, Trump's main pledge is to fire SEC Chair Gary Gensler, who's brought more than 100 enforcement actions against industry leaders like Coinbase and Robinhood. Those stocks are pumping 25% and 17% respectively today, with Robinhood on pace for its best day in over 2 years. Bitcoin miners are also getting a boost this morning, with Trump having promised on the campaign trail that all future Bitcoin will be mined in the U.S. Marathon, Riot, and Bit Digital are all trading up more than 14%, and driving small caps higher as well. Now, in terms of the market outlook, multiple analysts are expecting Bitcoin will hit $100,000 before Trump's inauguration, especially if he delivers on promises like launching a strategic national crypto stockpile with the $15 billion worth of Bitcoin that it already has on its books from asset seizures. And Scott, Bitcoin now up 68% year to date after briefly hitting that new all-time high overnight.
All right, good look at that for us. Mackenzie, thank you. Mackenzie Segals, you just
pump it up. You got to pump it up. You know, Gary Gensler's sitting there right now. He's sitting at the SEC with the other commissioners, and he's going,
you know how much I sacrificed?
Sorry, Gare Bear. Sorry, Gare Bear. What else do we got? All right. So Neo-san says, just a little reminder that those who didn't know or forgot, Panasonic has 100 million devices. Those are IoT devices, guys. As Harasan mentioned, this will definitely generate a massive amount of data for JASMY, the PDL guys. Remember, you may have forgotten, JASMY and Panasonic, Junction and Panasonic, are launching the platform that they have been designing since March of this year. That is coming up. Just so that you guys know, I see the chat, guys. Listen, if you're new here, generally I go through the news first and then I get into the chat the second half of the stream. So be patient. I will get to the chat. I will get to all of your questions. If you want your question answered sooner, send it over in a super chat and I will immediately jump over to your question. Okay, so I'm not ignoring you. Don't think that I am. I wouldn't do that. I love you guys too much. And continuing on the Panasonic theme, Neo-san says, JASMY needs data, doesn't it? And that's great because Panasonic is going to provide it with tons of data from their connected devices, which will then be integrated into JASMY's PDL. Again, I stress, the platform that Panasonic and Junction are currently building since March is set to be released before the end of this year, guys. They said 6 months. It's coming. Let's frickin' go. All right, what else do we got? You want to see bullish? You want to see bullish? Just over $200 billion has been added to the cryptocurrency market today, right? Money is pouring into crypto right now, guys, right now. And do you want to know why it's pouring in right now?
To do that quite easily, actually. And instead of attacking industries of the future, we will embrace them, including making America the world capital for crypto and Bitcoin. To do that quite easily.
That's why, baby. That is why. Let's see what Michael Vanderpop has to say. Bitcoin up 9%. Buy those altcoins now. Now's the time, he says. They'll continue to fly when Bitcoin calms down. Exactly, guys. Altcoin season is coming. It is around the corner. You snooze, you lose.
What's the future, the near term and the longer term future that you envision for Bitcoin?
Oh my gosh. This thing's going to hundreds of thousands of dollars per coin, Charles. I mean, the US government is in so much debt. The way I think about Bitcoin's price equals technology plus fiat liquidity. So it's going to go up because it's innovative tech and it's better money. But what really shoots it up at a neck-breaking pace is when our government is tens of trillions of dollars in debt and has to roll that debt over. So they got a lot of money to print and financial assets are going to soar. And Bitcoin goes up the most because it's the hardest to make more of. It's over, man. This thing's going to the moon.
You know, it's so interesting, too, because it's not just the U.S. I was just reading today, globally, these countries, these advanced nations and all this fiat currency are going to have to spend $2 trillion on the interest alone. And they won't stop spending, Jack. They just won't stop spending money. And it's coming back to haunt them. And it's coming back to maybe people realizing fiat currency is not the place to be, huh?
Charles, this would be my message to America. Give me a second on this one. Guys, the U.S. government's got about $10 trillion over the next 2 years to roll over, refinance. That's debt. Our country's in debt. It's a huge problem. They got three options. One, they could pay it back. It's not a real option because we don't got the money. We're broke. Two,
We broke.
our government could come out, Charles, and say, you know what, guys, we screwed up. After World War II, we changed the way money worked. We got off the gold standard. We issued debt all over the place. We got way too cocky. And actually, all of our banks don't have your money. They're insolvent. All the airlines you fly and travel on aren't actually good businesses that should be in business. Healthcare shouldn't actually be free. We screwed up. We piled on so much debt and screwed up the younger generation, and we're in huge trouble. So we're going to have to let everything fail and reset this country. Now, they're not going to do that, are they, Charles? They have third option, which is unique to the government. They could print the money that they're missing. And when they print the money that they're missing, they're stealing from all the people that hold US dollars. And so what they'll do, they'll have to do is print dollars. And the only way to save yourself is own not dollars. And that's when you see things like the S&P 500 and gold and Bitcoin soar. And so that's what's going to happen over the next 2 years. They got to print 3 times more than they did during COVID.
I love your enthusiasm, Jack. We're going to bring you back. We really do love your enthusiasm and your message. Thanks a lot for sharing it with us. Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
100% right. They have to start printing more money. He absolutely nailed it there, guys. Are you ready? Are you ready? Where do you think that money's going to pour? The same place it poured in 2020, 2021, into risk on assets. Absolutely, baby. Absolutely. All right. What else do we got on the docket here? Check it out. Watch a Guru says BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF trading volume surpassed $4.1 billion today, a new record. Do you see what's happening? This election has kicked off something historic, guys. Speaking of historic, let's get into this article. Historic moment in the U.S. government. Both the House of Representatives and Congress have cryptocurrency-friendly majorities. Absolutely, guys. Cryptocurrency friendly majorities. Amazing. The U.S. cryptocurrency industry is basking in the glow of sweeping political victories following the re-election of Donald Trump as the 47th president of the United States and significant Republican gains in Congress. These results kicked off with what some are calling the most pro-crypto Congress ever, signaling a potential turning point for the crypto digital asset landscape. According to the data from Stand with Crypto, an advocacy group launched by Coinbase, 247 pro-crypto candidates were elected in the House of Representatives, while 113 known opponents were elected. The Senate was similarly pro-crypto with 15 supporters and 10 detractors. President Trump's win, combined with Republican control of both the House and Senate, have fueled hopes for sweeping industry-friendly regulatory changes, with analysts and insiders predicting a smoother path for legislation that supports innovation and economic growth in the cryptocurrency sector. Guys, I have to say, you know what? I want to say the Democrats, but I'm going to say all of the political candidates who were anti-crypto, they brought this on themselves over the last 4 years. Make no mistake about it, crypto voters made a massive impact in this election. Not just the voters themselves, but also the super PACs, the crypto super PACs as well. We made a difference. And that difference came from the fact that they pushed us to this. They pushed us to this with Elizabeth Warren. They pushed us to it with Biden vetoing bills. They pushed us to it with Gary Gensler attacking the industry. They brought this on themselves. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong called the election results a turning point, tweeting, "Welcome to the new members of America's most pro-crypto Congress ever." A significant victory for crypto advocates was the oyster of Senator Sherrod Brown, the ongoing chairman of the Senate Banking Committee and a vocal critic of digital assets. His defeat by Republican Bernie Moreno came after a record $40 million pro-crypto campaign led by Fairshake. Armstrong cited Brown's loss as proof that being anti-crypto is just bad politics. President Trump's campaign championed as a champion of the crypto industry, promising policies aimed at supporting digital finance. Pump's election platform includes creating a national Bitcoin reserve, supporting U.S.-based mining operations, and resisting the implementation of a central bank digital currency. GASP CEO Peter Criss underlined Pump's crypto-friendly stance, saying a Pump victory could lead to a clearer regulations that would provide a safer environment for institutional investors to engage with the industry. This could mean less regulatory scrutiny and more pro-business approach. Despite these gains, challenges remain. Senator Elizabeth Warren, who will be defanged by Trump, she no longer has her hooks in the White House once Trump steps in. A longtime advocate of stricter crypto regulations successfully defended her seat against Republican challenger John Deaton, which sucks, but I mean, he was an underdog who has significant industry support. Warren's victory leaves Congress with a strong dissenting voice advocating for stricter oversight. Market volatility could increase in the days following the election, potentially sending Bitcoin higher as investors seek safe haven assets amid financial uncertainty. Bitfinex analysts said they noted that political shifts often impact demand, and crypto markets have historically responded to such turbulence. What are we looking at right now? Yeah, Bitcoin's still looking juicy, 75.3 right now. Very, very nice, guys. Very, very nice. All right, continuing on, what else do we have? We got lots, guys. We got lots. All right, so Cynthia Lummis has proposed a bill for the U.S. to acquire 200,000 Bitcoin annually for 5 years, totaling 1 million Bitcoin. Game theory is about to heat up, guys. This is absolutely massive. Do you understand that the U.S. government is about to put Bitcoin on their path as a strategic reserve asset? Are you kidding me right now? Last bull cycle, this wasn't even conceivable that this would be something that would be happening. And yet here we are. Oh my God, guys. And yet there's still bearish people out there. For my Swiftcoin fans, guys, right now, Swiftcoin is giving off a strong buy signal. Is a breakout imminent on Swift? We'll find out. Rect Capital in the house. Fun fact, BTC tends to break to new all-time highs 214 days after the halving. It is now 201 days after the halving, and Bitcoin has just broke to a new all-time high. Technically, this means that Bitcoin is still in an accelerated cycle, but only by some 2 weeks or so. So we are looking good, guys. Here's another thing that's coming up that's going to blow your mind. Yeah, remember December 9th, Microsoft is voting to put Bitcoin on their balance sheets. Do you get it yet, guys? Do you get it? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Big things are coming. And poor little Gare Bear, listen, Gary, listen. Shh. We're in control now, Gary. We're in control now, buddy. All right, what else do we got? Let's go through another article, shall we? Breaking past 72K, why Bitcoin's price surge could spark a new market boom. Bitcoin has made a new record high in the last several days, a sign that can be considered indicative of the cryptocurrency market. While BTC is rising to new all-time highs, the most important level for analysts to watch is 72K. This support may set the groundwork for a more strong long-term upward trajectory. So basically, we want to hold 72K as a support level now. We do not want to fall back below there. We're sitting at 75.2 right now. So 72K, I'm going to move the bar down here. I'll show you guys in a moment. When we go back to the Bitcoin chart, I'll show you what I did, but 72K. Okay. Okay, so moving on, or continuing on, sorry. The current Bitcoin price increase has brought back optimism among traders and investors as in the past. Going beyond previous achievements, BTC has been able to withstand high turbulence in the marketplace. According to some of these analysts, this is evident of a bigger market trend whereby crypto assets are being given a renewed market by both retail and institutional investors. This has not only raised the value of BTC, but also the activity and demand in the markets. Bitcoin is expected to continue its upward trend, and to do so, the 72K level has been identified as the most important support level by analysts. Maintaining the price above this level is viewed as confusing because it is also perceived as a demand from buyers and can help distance the organization from a large drop. But failure to sustain this level may bring some wild cards and potentially a rethink of the current Bitcoin movement. Market observers are also focusing on liquidity zones in expectation that they might give more information on the support and resistance levels. And by the way, guys, speaking of liquidity, over on the Patreon today, we do group Zoom calls over there, and we did a group Zoom call today, and we broke down an explanation about liquidity and how you need to be able to identify where it is when you're placing your sell orders, when you are exiting and taking your profits. So make sure you get over there, watch that replay, and join us for our group Zoom calls so you can learn about this stuff so you can make money in crypto. The recent surge in Bitcoin price is converging with efforts to identify the existence of an alt season, a period where altcoins rise in parallel with the following. The take off the BTC stairs. Historically, BTC gains have set the tone in the altcoin market since traders turn their attention towards the crypto space as a whole. Other altcoins such as Ethereum, Solana, among others, could experience boosts up results in their performance. Credit to the Bitcoin run. So altcoins, while they are running right now, they haven't even gotten started yet, guys. Your face is going to melt off your skull. The inverse Kramer effect in the House. Kramer said Donald Trump will never be president again. He said that yesterday. That did not age well for Jim Cramer. As always, guys, whatever Kramer says, we do the opposite. Not financial advice, but absolutely bullish on that. All right, Simply Bitcoin. BitVolt on Donald Trump being elected as the first pro-Bitcoin president in U.S. history.
Again, we have Nico Moran, host of Simply Bitcoin, with us. Nico, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. Your best Trump impression, as maybe you tell us a bit about yourself.
I just got to say, man, remember Peanut. Remember Peanut. Remember why we're here. Remember why we did this. But this victory was absolutely massive. It was absolutely huge. It was absolutely incredible.
There it is.
And we're headed towards an amazing future. I know I kind of butchered it. I tried my best.
No, it was fantastic. It was fantastic. How are you doing over there on the East Coast? It's late. No, you're in Florida right now?
Yeah, I'm in Florida, man. I'm not going to sleep though, because I remember what happened in 2020. So I'm staying awake this entire night, and I think this is one of the most historic comebacks in American history.
Sure.
You're talking about hoaxes. You're talking about a media onslaught. You're talking about assassination attempts. You're talking about impeachments. You're talking about a conviction. You're talking about a questionable election, and the guy still potentially looks like he might win. So we're seeing history in the making.
Appreciate it. I'm not ignoring you, Nico. I think we just got note that PA was just called. So this is what Ben's wife just said. So we have Ben's wife calling elections. We have the CEO of our company calling elections. It's a great time to be alive. God bless America. Fox called Pennsylvania. Okay,
Is that a win?
got it. It might be that. Yeah.
Is that a win?
One last serious question before we celebrate here. I think we spoke on the live desk. We were talking a little bit. I think you and I were talking, both being fans of RFK, and you've been very kind of vocal about your support for Trump online and stuff like that. When did you sort of switch over? When did you sort of realize that Trump was the best way forward?
I mean, I've always kind of been a Trump fan, but I think really what struck me the most was that moment in the assassination attempt and the courage that it took for him to stand up. You know, he didn't know if there were still bullets flying over his head, and he stood up and he said, fight, fight, fight. And if that is not an embodiment of the American spirit and what we fight for and what we believe in as a country, I don't know what is. And that made me, very, very passionate about this specific election. It seems like it was just called. It seems like we got a happy ending. And, these next 4 years are going to be glorious, not only for the United States, but also for the entire Bitcoin industry. And I'm just happy to be a part of it.
We appreciate that. One of the things that's going to maybe juice the Bitcoin industry a little bit now is the price accelerating. If this election does in fact get called within the next, minutes to hour to whatever, where are we going tonight? If we, for those of us that do decide to go to sleep, what sort of price Bitcoin do we wake up to tomorrow morning?
I mean, look, I believe we already hit an all-time high, right? So, and what's quite interesting too is that it seems like the price of Bitcoin has been tracking the betting odds in regards to Trump's probability of winning. So I find that quite interesting, but not surprising at all whatsoever. So I believe that if it is called for Donald Trump, I think, we're going to see 100K Bitcoin possibly by the end of 2024. Okay. And I think 2025 is going to be very explosive
100K
just because of the way that the industry sees him. I mean, he was at the Bitcoin conference promising everybody that he'll protect the right to self-custody. He'll protect the right to mine. One of the things that he said, which was absolutely hilarious, he's like, you're going to have fun with your Bitcoins. Yep. Such a Donald Trump thing to say. And your cryptos. But I think it's overall very positive for him to be elected for the entire Bitcoin industry.
Appreciate it. I think that's a perfect place to end. Nico, thank you so much for joining us. Hope you get to celebrate. I know you're staying up through the night, but we appreciate you joining in here. And we'll, let's hope we're moving forward into a year that's going to be some 4 years that are going to be much kinder to Bitcoin than the last 4 years were when it comes to government and their policies. So thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Nico. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for having me. Peace out.
Yeah.
Nice. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. What else do we got? Let's get into another article here. We got Ripple's Garlinghouse suggests issues President Trump should address in his first 100 days in office. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse tweeted on November 6th about several things he wished the new president, Donald Trump, could do for the crypto industry within his first 100 days in office. Garlinghouse hinted at Trump crossing out and firing Gary Gensler on his first day in office, suggesting Gensler's replacement would be Gallagher, Giancarlo, or Brooks. According to the Ripple CEO, the U.S. SEC chair, possible replacements have a better chance of rebuilding the commission's reputation. Garlinghouse also reasoned that the new chair could build the rule of law around the crypto industry. Yes, the SEC has a lot of repairing to do in terms of public trust and reputation after Gary Gensler's regime. That is absolutely certain. People no longer trust that department of the U.S. government. Brad Garlinghouse further highlighted the need for Pump to bring representatives together to ensure the passing of digital asset market structure in the Senate. The bill could improve the regulatory clarity surrounding the crypto sector, coupled with another suggestion from the Ripple CEO for Pump to drive clarity surrounding digital assets. The CEO more specifically mentioned a confirmation that Ethereum, like Bitcoin and XRP, was not a security. So for all you Ethereum people out there who are hating on XRP and Brad Garlinghouse and Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse was the first one, take note, to ask Donald Pump to give Ethereum legal clarity. Keep that in mind the next time you're knocking XRP and Ripple. The suggestion came after a simple congratulatory message for the incoming President Donald Pump, who won the November 5th U.S. presidential elections. His brand, has branded himself as the pro-crypto candidate throughout the campaign. The incoming president also received significant support from influential crypto figures, including Elon Musk and Howard Lutnick. Pump's promise to push the crypto industry, despite the incoming president previously being quiet about crypto, the campaign trail shed a different light on his position. Pump made other promises to the crypto community, the most notable of which was making Bitcoin the country's strategic reserve currency. The incoming president further expressed worry about the ongoing government's decisions to sell seized Bitcoin. The country sold millions in Bitcoin mid-year following Germany's decision to sell its seized Bitcoin. Pump explained that the U.S. regulators were breaking the Bitcoin cardinal rule of never selling your Bitcoin. The incoming president's promise that the U.S. would hold on to its current and future BTC acquisitions. Pump has also been proactively involved with the Bitcoin mining industry, meeting with notable mining companies in Florida in June. After the meeting, the incoming president mentioned that he would like all BTC to be mined, minted, and made in the U.S. He also said that mining could be the protection of the U.S. that the U.S. needs against a CBDC. Cryptocurrencies and crypto-related stocks significantly improved after Trump's win. Bitcoin has jumped to a new all-time high after the election's announcement, reaching above $75,000. The coin has since corrected by over 1%, dropping to around 74,000. It's actually right now at 75,000, almost 200 at the time of writing. Dogecoin has also made notable jumps of over 25% after the poll results. My responses to Brad Garlinghouse the responses to Brad Garlinghouse's suggestions remains positive, with many commentators agreeing that Pump was right for the job. One commentator mentioned that the next 4 years would be great for crypto, while another suggests that Pump could make the U.S. a good place for crypto and crypto-related companies. Still, Garlinghouse thought either candidate would be great for the crypto future. See what I did there? The Ripple CEO, who spoke to CNBC during the FinTech Week, said he expected any candidates to have more pro-crypto Congress. Garlinghouse further expressed a positive outlook for crypto in the long term. On the other hand, few figures in the industry did not think Pump's outlook for crypto in the U.S. would be sustainable. In June, the founder of Venice, Eric Voorhees, mentioned that Pump's idea of a country owning all the Bitcoin was concerning. Voorhees still applauded that the decision could mean the U.S. crypto space. It's not possible for the U.S. to own all the Bitcoin, so to say something like that is just asinine at the end of the day, right? It's not even possible. You just love his vigor. All right, we got a little bit of a message here from Donald Pump himself.
3 years from now, the United States will celebrate the biggest and most important milestone in our country's history. 250 years of American independence. What a great country. We have to keep it that way. But that's why, as a nation, we should be preparing for a most spectacular birthday party. We want to make it the best of all time. Here is my plan to give America's founding in 1776 the incredible anniversary it truly deserves. On day one, I will convene a White House task force called Salute to America 250. It will be responsible for coordinating with state and local governments to ensure not just one day of celebration, but an entire year of festivities across the nation, starting on Memorial Day 2025 and continuing through July 4th, 2026.
That's amazing right there, guys. A whole year of celebration? That's amazing.
Second, I will work with all 50 governors, Republican and Democrat alike, to create the Great American State Fair, a unique one-year exhibition featuring pavilions from all 50 states. It'll be something. The Great American State Fair will showcase the glory of every state in the Union, promote pride in our history, and put forth innovative visions for America's future. My hope is that the amazing people of Iowa will work with my administration to open up the legendary Iowa State Fairgrounds to host the Great American State Fair and welcome millions and millions of visitors from around the world to the heartland of America for this special one-time festival. Together we will build it and they will come. Third, alongside the Great American State Fair, we will host major sporting contests for high school athletes. These are great athletes, wonderful athletes from fantastic high schools all around the country. These Patriot Games will allow young Americans from every state to show off the best of American skills, sportsmanship, and competitive spirit.
I love it.
Fourth, I will sign an executive order to bring back our National Garden of American Heroes, which we want to build very badly. Commission artists for the first 100 statues to populate this new statuary park honoring the greatest Americans of all time.
Nice.
Fifth, as president, I will invite the leaders and citizens of nations around the world to visit the United States in honor of our 250th anniversary. It's going to be great. America's tourist industry should get ready because we're going to have a lot of people coming. It will be a record year. And finally, and most importantly, I will ask America's great religious communities to pray for our nation and our people as we prepare for this momentous occasion. From the very beginning, America has been a country sustained and strengthened by prayer and by our communities of faith. As we chart a course toward the next 250 years, let us come together and rededicate ourselves as one nation under God. Thank you.
How can you not see the love that this man has for his country? I'm sorry, man, but you're just blind if you can't see that. Right. Speaking of Elon Musk, the Department of Justice, Jack Smith, immediately has to end their case against Donald Trump.
Yeah, Chris, it's not a surprise that these cases can't go forward when Donald Trump takes office. What's interesting here is that the DOJ is moving to end them even before he takes office, citing the long-standing DOJ policy that sitting presidents can't be prosecuted. And there was some thought that maybe Special Counsel Jack Smith was going to sprint through the finish line, was going to work up until the last day, force Trump to fire him, wait till a new attorney general was appointed. But that does not appear to be the thinking inside the department. The thinking is that these cases can't go forward. There's no reasonable prospect of getting to trial within the 3 months before Donald Trump takes office. These cases are mired in legal issues that would be appealed all the way to the Supreme Court had Donald Trump lost the election. So now that he's won the election, DOJ officials are thinking that, look, there's just no room to move in these cases. And so the sensible thing to do is to figure out a way to wind them down. And it may stem from Donald Trump's lawyers filing some kind of motion or making a request saying in light of the DOJ policy, you need to drop these cases. Now, there are a few wrinkles here, one of which is that the classified documents case includes 2 other defendants who are not subject to that policy. And it's been dismissed, obviously, but that dismissal has been appealed. And the DOJ considers that ruling to be very bad law that it would like to be overturned. So that appeal may continue in some form. But the reality is that Donald Trump is not going to be a part of these cases. And what this means, I mean, we knew this, right? But just coming to grips with what this means intellectually is that Donald Trump is not likely to be held accountable on these very serious federal criminal charges that many people believe were worse than what Richard Nixon did or was accused of doing in Watergate. Now, there's no guarantee that Donald Trump would have been convicted at trial, but as Joyce Vance, our legal commentator, said to me this morning, what's not going to happen is he's not going to face a jury of his peers who would evaluate the evidence and render a verdict. it's going to be lost to history whether a jury would have found him guilty of these very serious crimes.
Oh, they're so dramatic. They're so dramatic. Cole Parter. All right, what else do we got? The host, I got to play this, guys, because, listen, we can't have a day after Trump is elected day without live stream, without watching The View break down.
Was red.
Yeah.
It was pretty red last night.
I don't know. I'm profoundly disturbed. I think if you look at the New York Times this morning, the headline was America makes a perilous choice. I think that in 2016, we didn't know what we would get from a Trump administration, but we know now. And we know now that he will have almost unfettered power. And so I worry not about myself, actually. I don't worry about my station in life. I worry about the working class. I worry about my mother, a retired teacher. I worry about our elderly and their Social Security and their Medicare. I worry about my children's future, especially my daughter, who now has less rights than I have. And I remember my father telling me many, many years ago that I was the first person in his family to enjoy full civil rights. And now I have less civil rights than I had when he told me that. So again, I'm profoundly disturbed that the 14th Amendment of the Constitution did not prevent someone who participated in an insurrection from becoming president of the United States. I think that going forward, the convicted felon box on employment applications better be taken off, because if you can be the president of the United States, then you should not be prevented from employment in this country, because I remember applying for my jobs as a federal prosecutor, and there was a box for convicted felons.
Well,
and so that box better be taken off. And I think our healthcare system is now at risk. I think
no fluoride for anyone.
Yeah, economists have made clear that he's going to increase the debt by $7.75 trillion. I'm worried about mass deportation and internment camps. And I'm also worried about Elon Musk warning Americans to prepare for temporary hardship. I'm surprised at the result, but I'm not surprised. As a woman of color, I was so hopeful.
It's about race now. It's about race now.
That a mixed race woman married to a Jewish guy could be elected president of this country. Mm-hmm. And I think that it had nothing to do with policy. I think this was a referendum of cultural resentment in this.
Yes. It had nothing to do with the election at all. Had nothing to do with Kamala Harris's lack of policies or Trump's policies. It had to do with cultural resentment. That's why Donald Trump won the election.
Country.
Well, I think it. I think it has to do with a lot of things, that being one of them. I'm obviously very disappointed. I'm very sad. I was at the Kamala Harris headquarters yesterday in Washington, and it was a very sad scene. The mood turned immediately, and I tell you, there's a quote I get a lot of inspiration from, and it's a quote that I read when I was reading about John F. Kennedy, and it says, "Whether I am on the winning or the losing side is not the point with me. It is being on the side where my sympathies lie that matters." And that to me brought me a consolation and inspiration this morning, because I have no regrets.
Yep.
I worked hard as hell to elect the first Black Asian woman president. History slipped through.
I thought she was Indian too.
Our fingers again. I worked hard as hell for Donald Trump not to be president. But today, unlike Donald Trump and his followers, I acknowledge that he won. Mm-hmm. I hope for the best for our country. And I make a commitment to our LGBTQ, to our immigrants, to our elderly, to our young girls, to the women, that we will not stop fighting. We can be sad today. Yeah. Today we can be sad.
Wait. So didn't Trump get indicted and charged for saying don't stop fighting? She just said should she not be arrested right now for what she just said on national television? I don't know. Just putting it out there. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? All right, what do we got? ETH just broke out 28 $100, guys. ETH is having a run, as we saw. Oh, guys, I got to show this. Elon Musk. How do you not love this man? Check him. He's a no BS kind of guy.
Offer me money. Offer me power. I don't care.
So you just don't care. You want to share what you have to say.
I'll say what I want to say, and if the consequence of that is losing money, so be it.
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go fuck yourself. But go fuck yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. I'm saying what I care about is the reality of goodness, not the perception of it. And what I see all over the place is people who care about looking good while doing evil. Fuck them. Okay? I think it's a real weakness to want to be liked. A real weakness. And I do not have that.
What hate speech are you talking about? I mean, you use Twitter.
Right.
Do you see a rise in hate speech?
I mean,
just a personal anecdote. Like, what do you? I don't.
Personally, my for you, I would see I get more of that kind of content. Yeah, personally, but I'm not going to talk to the rest of for the rest of Twitter.
So you see more hate speech personally?
I would say I would see more hateful content in that.
Content you don't like or hateful. What do you mean to describe a hateful thing?
Yeah, I mean, just content that will solicit a reaction, something that may include something that is slightly racist or slightly sexist, those kinds of things.
So you think if something is slightly sexist, it should be banned?
No,
is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying anything. I'm saying.
Well, I'm just curious. I'm trying to understand what you mean by hateful content, and I'm asking for specific examples. And you just said that if something is slightly sexist, that's hateful content. Does that mean that it should be banned?
Well, you've asked me whether my feed, whether it's got less or more. I'd say it's got slightly more.
That's why I'm asking for examples. Can you name one example?
I honestly don't use. Honestly, I
you
don't.
Can't name a single example.
I'll tell you why. Because I don't actually use that for you feed anymore because I just don't particularly like it.
But you
and
said
actually, a lot of people are quite similar. I only look at
hang on a
my
second.
following.
You said you've seen more hateful content, but you can't name a single example, not even one.
I'm not sure I've used that feed for the last 3 or 4 weeks. And
well, then how did you see the hateful content?
Because I've been using Twitter since you've taken it over for the last 6 months.
Okay, so then you must have at some point seen the hateful content. I'm asking for one example.
Right.
And you can't give a single one.
And I'm saying
then I say, sir, that you don't know what you're talking about.
Really?
Yes, because you can't give me a single example of hateful content, not even one tweet, and yet you claimed that the hateful content was high.
Well,
that's a false.
No, what I claimed,
you just lied.
What I claimed was there are many organizations that say that kind of information is on the rise. Now, whether it has on my feed or not, I mean, right, and
literally
if you look at something
one.
Like the Strategic Dialogue Institute in the UK, they will say that. So
people will say all sorts of nonsense. I'm literally asking for a single example, and you can't name one.
Right, and as I already said, I don't use that feed. But
then how would you know that?
I don't think this is getting anywhere.
You literally said you experienced more hateful content, and then couldn't name a single example.
Right, and as I said,
that's absurd.
I haven't actually looked at that feed.
Then how would you know this hateful content?
Because I'm saying that's what I saw a few weeks ago. I can't give you an exact example. Let's move on. We only have a certain amount of time.
Look, I'm a big believer that people are more productive when they're in person. And really, man, the whole sort of work from home thing. It's like, I think it's. Look, there are some exceptions, but I kind of think that the whole notion of work from home is a bit like the fake Marie Antoinette quote, "Let them eat cake." It's like really, you're going to work from home and you're going to make everyone else who made your car come work in the factory. You're going to make the people who make your food that gets delivered that they can't work from home. The people that come fix your house, they can't work from home, but you can. Does that seem morally right? That's messed up.
You see it as a moral issue?
Yes.
I mean, I see it more as just
it's a productivity issue, but it's also a moral issue. People should get off the goddamn moral high horse with the work from home bullshit. Because they're asking everyone else to not work from home while they do.
And yet
It's wrong.
there's still pushback, by the way. It's still
Yeah.
going on. This battle is still happening. I mean, leaders of organizations, and I speak to plenty of them, I want people back. I want people back. 3 days a week, they're still battling. It's not clear that it's ever going to change. People are not.
He does not take shit from anyone. You gotta love that, guys. You gotta love it. Let's check what Gary's doing right now. What's Gary Bear up to? Oh, things are good. Things are fine in Gary's world. The best thing Gary Gensler can do now is resign. Otherwise, Donald Trump will kick his ass out of office. Guys, in my opinion, I would just demote him down from chair down to commissioner, and then I would add to the job title of commissioner, must clean toilets. And then I would have him cleaning toilets with a toothbrush until he decides to resign himself. Right. Okay, so we already covered that. What do we got? We got one more article to get through here, guys. Let's get through this here. Bitcoin's price rally to 110K incoming after positive Coinbase premium Trump victory analyst says. Bitcoin reached a new all-time high of $75,358. It actually broke $76,000 now. After rallying 7.23% in a single 4-hour candle, the bullish momentum accompanied the lead up to Donald Trump's United States presidential election victory. With the U.S. election concluding with the pro-crypto candidate on deck, one crypto analyst reiterated a Bitcoin price target of above $100,000 in the coming weeks. A few hours after the U.S. election results, Titan of Crypto, an independent trader, highlighted a long-term cup and handle pattern for Bitcoin, which is currently undergoing a successful bullish breakout, as you can see. A cup and handle pattern has a high success rate of 95% during bullish market conditions, and it can yield an average of 54% from the breakout range. In line with that, the trader mentioned that the incoming price target for BTC is $110,000, a 47% return on investment of the current breakout price range of $75,000. Meanwhile, Folis, an affiliate Bitcoin trader on Woox exchange, shed light on the market on a particular market occurrence. In an X post, the trader explained that BTC dominates a 3-month high in trading volume during the 4-chart candle. I think they meant 4-hour candle, which exhibited a new all-time high. As noted by Folis, the significance of this type of market behavior often leads to pivot points, where the price aggressively exit range-bound conditions. On one key metric to estimate the pulse of the U.S. retail investor is the Bitcoin Coinbase Premium Index. Data from CryptoQuant highlighted that the index turned green for the first time in Q4 after a strong selling period in October. It is also important to note that the index registered a yearly low value on October 25th when BTC dropped to 66K. However, the index has recovered rapidly since then, indicating a potential surge in BTC spot demand from U.S. retail investors. Additionally, the spot delta turned positive on other exchanges during the late hours of November 5th, with Binance and Bitfinex spot markets exhibiting positive spot volumes. Thus, there was a collective buying spree for Bitcoin before the U.S. election results were out, as investors braced for a positive price action. Very, very bullish, guys. That is why we ran. That's why we pumped. And I know you guys are waiting for the JASMY Super Wallet information, so let's get to it. I did a video on it, but I wanted to talk about it in the live stream as well. So, family, what is the DD coin? The Data Democracy coin, Japanese backed stable coin, legally equivalent to points. So, We're going to break this down, and it will get into the super wallet in the end, so bear with me on that. So the DD Coin new reward system to promote data utilization. This is about the super wallet and the PDL, guys. Features granted to individuals as a reward for providing data. So you get the DD Coin as a reward for providing, as a payment for providing your data. Now you can, it is redeemable for JASMY Coin. So now we see how JASMY Coin plays into the, one way JASMY Coin plays into the super wallet and the PDL, right? You redeem your DD points, which you get paid for providing your data, and you can redeem those points for JASMY Coin, okay? Everything's recorded on chain and legally equivalent to points. The advantages: supports IoT data, which, for example, all data that will be accumulated through the 100 million IoT devices that Panasonic has manufactured, right? Inexpensive and fast transactions. Of course, Junction is a layer 2 on Ethereum, so we know that it is scaled for faster and cheaper transactions. Local currency and in-game currency. Yes, in-game currency. The super wallet can be used. We are looking at integration into Web3 gaming, you guys, and can be introduced by listed companies. No market fluctuations, as it is a stable coin, pegged to a stable coin, so it will not have volatility, okay? Moving on, the traditional point system and DD Coin users, the user perspective versus the traditional company perspective, okay? So first, the user perspective, the points cannot be used except for specific purposes. Specific uses are determined, such as gaming, yes, gaming, shopping, etc., and basically cannot be used for other purposes. Use expanded with the growth of JASMY, can be used for other services within the platform. NFTs, ticket purchases, and investments in fund tokens to be implemented. So you will be able to purchase NFTs and tickets, right? Like Ticketmaster. Recorded on server. Point values are recorded on the company's server. DD Coin is issued on the blockchain. JASMY Initiative will take on the role as transaction approver or node, right? Digital marketing. Data is analyzed and used by the company and not returned to the user. So they're purchasing your data with these coins, okay? Data is used by the company and is rewarded back to the user. And now the company perspective is only, they can only use it for specific use, cannot be used for purposes other than specified use after issuance. Easily used and consumed in the real world. The cost of the system development, building a proprietary point system is very costly. So that's why they would want to use this system, because creating their own would be too time consuming and costly. Platform functionality is basically free of charge for them, right? And the management of personal information, the significant effort and expense required to handle personal information, they don't have to worry about that themselves any longer, utilizing the personal data locker, right? So now we get into the wallet activation. Now this is key, guys, because a lot of you people keep asking me about the lockup, okay? When tokens are getting locked up. So this is crucial information. Valorization of data, the use of cryptocurrency, JASMY. They keep asking me, whoa, how does JASMY Coin play into this? You're going to learn right now. Activation of your super wallet for JASMY staking. Yes, staking in the super wallet. Similar to how staking is done with XCN over on the DAO, right? Do we know what the percentage is going to be right now? No, we don't yet, but we will. The activation. So the wallet associated with my page does not open all features from the beginning. A deposit, now listen up to this, guys, a deposit of a certain amount of JASMY Coin is required to open up all functionality. So what that means as a retail investor, to be able to utilize and fully activate all the functionality of your super wallet, including things like staking, you must lock up JASMY coin, taking those coins out of circulation. Now, this is where it gets really good though, guys, because for fairness, we will also require a certain amount of deposit from the businesses that are utilizing data. So the businesses that want to use the PDL to acquire data for marketing purposes, they also have to lock up JASMY coin, taking even more JASMY coin out of circulation. That, my friends, is how we get to a 75% TVL. And then if we can achieve that, we're looking at about a 14 billion circulating supply of JASMY. Yes, that is how you break all-time highs for JASMY coin. You're welcome. I know you'll have a lot of people out there who talk about stuff that they don't understand and they'll say, well, market cap, this, that. I just walked you through it, okay? So as you can see, the activation, all these things are locked up until you lock up JASMY coin to unlock the full functionality of the JASMY Super Wallet and PDL. So that is your walkthrough, guys, of the JASMY Super Wallet as we have it right now. Let's get back into the chat. I'm going to bring up the JASMY chart once again. All right, got to go all the way back up to the top here. All right, so WF Capital in the house. What is going on, my brother? Green tea, JASMY Live paired with JASMY Pump. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Soulboy in the house. What's up, man? Craig, what's up, man? Censored, right? Guys and gals, let's get these gains. Thanks, Rob. Hey, I got your back, brother. Thank you so much. Guys, as always, make sure you're hitting the like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help the channel grow. It means a lot. And hey, we'd love to have you stick around, right? Because this community is absolutely amazing. Right? We got big things coming this year, guys, on the channel, in the community, on the Patreon, everywhere. Check it out. Death Bank in the house, JASMY gang. Let's make sure we hit the like, says Death Bank. Absolutely. Big Kev in the house. Hey, cool kids, trying to catch more live streams, ready to experience this bull run with you crypto degens. Absolutely, man. All right, JASMY scam. We need Max to say it. Where's Beebs when you need him? Where is Beebs? Bruno, hey, Rob, it's funny how there is so much clickbait crypto content right now. Where were they in the bear market? Yes, Bruno, I agree with you, brother. I agree. They were at home not doing research, so they had nothing to talk about, right? Chris, it's finally happening. Hells yeah, brother. Hells yeah. Holmes in the house. What's up, man? Those Florida Panthers are rocking the Atlantic Division right now, man. My Leafs got to catch up, brother. John 316, Crow's pumping. Yeah, Crow is looking very, very nice. Crow is up. What's Crow up right now? Crow is up. Oh, I gotta find it. I gotta find it. I gotta find it. I gotta find it. Where the hell is Crow? Ah, there we go. 9%. It was up way more earlier. Yes, JASMY's pumping as well. Market's having a little bit of a cool down right now, but Bitcoin's still above $75,000, so that's all good in the hood. JASMY's still hovering around that 2 cents 160. Chris, JASMY could hit 2 cents 5 by the start of the video. Yes. Oh man, that would be nice, man. That would be nice. Les, it's great to have been in the wilderness for, yeah, no kidding. Now almost green, 100%. Lord of the Realm, I love all the green. Yes, I'm so bullish I could eat my desk. Well, don't do that. Otherwise, I mean, you might get slivers in your teeth or something, brother. YM Chap, good day, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Holmes DCA is the way to go. Over half my projects in the green with this latest price pump, and it's just getting started, baby. Gary's last day at the SEC, January 20th, 2025. Write that down. The Zenden, what's up, man? Question, what's everyone's thoughts on MicroStrategy stock? I think it's going to continue to climb, especially now that MicroStrategy has announced that they're going to continue to allocate, what they say, $42 billion more into Bitcoin. Yeah, that's going to be one hell of a good time. And hey, keep an eye on Microsoft, right? Big Kev, we need an update on the JASMY PL. Just gave you one, brother. Just gave you one. JASMY feeling unburdened by what has been. Oh, Chris, I love you, brother. I love you. That is amazing. Squirt Reynolds in the house. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. One, JASMY pumping. Let's go. Dude is spitting hard facts. Yes. Global liquidity is what all newbies need to study. Do it now. Do it. Squirt Reynolds, I really screwed myself losing 10K on options after getting scared out of crypto during the bear market. I would have over 100K USD worth JASMY right now. That's why DCA and HODL is the way, guys. That's how it's done. Chris says, interesting that both Senate are potentially pro-crypto. I had not even thought about the government outside of the president. Would think targets might need to adjust higher. Yes, exactly. Now you're thinking, Chris. I love it. Question for Rob on Miria. Expecting any catalyst to the upside other than following the market? Seems like to be underperforming. They had a tiny little bit of FUD because I guess OKX is talking about delisting them or something like that. But outside of that, I've been covering Miria on a regular basis, and they have been doing phenomenal things. I just announced like a partnership like last week with them, a new collaboration. They continue to have their tournaments. Their updates over on X have been phenomenal. So I am not worried about Miria in the least bit, my friend. Web3 gaming projects simply at the end of the day just haven't even started to pump yet, right? So that narrative will have its day in the sun. They all do. So it's just right now it's kind of like meme coins and stuff, right? Stargazer, what are your thoughts on Blast Token? Blast Token. Don't know if I've heard of it. Blast. I got two of them. I don't know which one you're talking about, but I'll assume it's this one. Up 7%, $179 million market cap. Only 21% of the supply in circulation. I'm not a fan of that. It's a layer 2. All-time high was 4 months ago, 2 cents. It's down pretty big from 2 months ago. I mean, it's a newer project. It's on Coinbase. Does it have any other larger listings besides Coinbase, or just a bunch of smaller listings? Oh, KuCoin's pretty good. Crypto.com. I mean, honestly, I'm not big on it. Not big. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't know. Just facts is every gaming project is lagging. It's not. It's just not a hot narrative right now. Yeah, exactly. Facts. Got to follow the narratives. Yes, S coins, aka meme coins, and AI. Yeah, hey, exact. Just nailed it, brother. You just nailed it, man. Matt says, including Gala. Yeah, JASMY outperformed Gala. Gala had already had its time in the sun. In my opinion, Gala watered down their supply and circulation. I was bullish on Gala about a year and a half ago, but you know, with the whole battling between the what do you call it, the creators, and then you have the fact that they watered down the supply and circulation. It's going to be really difficult for Gala to get back to its all-time high. I don't see that happening anymore. Fact says Gala is awful. Project from last bull run already. Yeah. Gala is only going down. Yeah, and that's the thing, is that Miria will probably have a bull run similar to how Gala's was last time, right? So for me, this cycle's Gala is Miria, if that makes sense to you, right? So, big underdog with all that. Joyless, yeah. Why is she worried about her millions? Yeah, exactly. Boomer's in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. She literally just feed her family and no kidding, eh? Oh man. What else do we got? Dumb Money, what's up, man? Ooh, I thought this was United States, not individuals. Yeah. Depends on who you ask and when you ask him, I suppose, right? Promote Gary to customer. Do you think we will pump during Christmas? There usually is a Santa rally. Yes. Let's go, JASMY gang. All right, Alex in the house. Multi-Planet Pro. What's up, family? So the Super Wallet live, or was that just an update? It's just an update. It's not live yet. You think AWT will rise from the dead? Yes, I still hold mine. I think it could be a sleeper pick, right? You never know. I mean, it might not do as well as I thought it was going to do, but it'll do something, right? So, hey, Rob, Algorand. I am extremely bullish on Algorand. Yes, I am. I do hold Algo, a significant, a medium-sized bag, I suppose. I mean, nothing, massive, but yeah, I am big on Algorand. I've been giving a lot of Algorand updates lately as well. Blitz plays. Bitcoin dominance is dropping. Nice. That could mean only good things for the altcoins, man. That's what that is going to mean. All right. So let me just see if we have any other news to cover here. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance dropping. That's going to be massive for the altcoins for sure. Bitcoin still holding over 75,200. Things look good. So, yeah, that's the news, guys. We're going to wrap it there. Gary Gensler, once again, sitting down right now at the SEC with the other commissioners, and he's just...
You know how much I sacrificed?
He gone. All right, guys, that's the news. That is the chat. Like and subscribe to the channel, guys. Listen, get over to the Patreon and join our video group calls. We Zoom call the entire Patreon. We all get together. We chat about everything, profit taking. We've been doing a lot of swing trading over there. And not to toot my own horn, but we've been making a lot of money profits over on those swing trades lately, guys. So get over to the Patreon. Check that out. We also help out on those group calls with stuff like taxes, cold storage, wallet self-custody, compounding gains, portfolio structure, all the news that's going on. And we have a great time, guys. So join the conversation, join the community. We have everyone over there from pros to rookies in crypto. So join the community. The link is down below in the description. And make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I will see. You can also book one-on-one coaching calls with me as well over there too. So check that out. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning for the morning live stream.